I think with the amount of loss that I've experienced in such a short amount of time, like I lost my father, and then my stepdad. It kind of feels like a loss, you know what I mean? Because they're just not really present. They go from being your best friend to not present in your life really at all. So it feels like another loss. And then on Thanksgiving of 2017, my older brother passed away. So I experienced that loss as well. And then I have other family members, but just in the tight knit, you know.
Absolutely.
Experiencing that much loss, you realize how precious time is and how little time you have with people, you know what I mean? So I experience this all the time with so many people holding a grudge against a parent or a family member or a sibling or whatever, you know. And I understand how they feel and the grudge that they have and the anger and the hurt that they hold towards those people.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I realized that everybody is a human. You know what I mean? My mom went through her own traumas.
Yeah.
My mom had us at a very early age. She had her first kid at like 17.
Yeah.
You know, she was raised differently. She had her own struggles, all her own experiences. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, she is only human.
Yeah.
She worked with what she had and with what she knew.
Yeah.
So all I can do is forgive her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For the things that like she didn't mean to put us through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it just happened because that's the way that life works sometimes.
Yes.
But she constantly calls me and she's like, I'm just so sorry. Like I didn't see this when it was happening, you know, like I'm sorry that I put you guys through this. I'm sorry that you had to experience this, whatever.
Wow.
And I'm like, Mom, it is okay.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It is okay. I'm like, it hurts, you know, and it's still something that I will forever have to live with.
Yeah.
But I forgive you because you are a human being. And the only thing that I care about now is the fact that you realize it and the fact that you are wanting to be better.
Yeah.
And you're wanting to move forward with me and continue what we have left of life. You know what I mean? I think that's what's most important, is to realize that we can't go back. We can't change anything that's already happened. You know what I mean? We could say our sorries, but it's already said and done.
Yeah.
So moving forward, let's create something beautiful moving forward. You know what I mean? So on our dying day, we could say, hey, I remember this amazing memory with you. I remember these amazing times that we had. You know what I mean? And it kind of pushes the negativity back. You know what I mean? Because there's beautiful things that you both worked towards creating.
Yeah.
So
man, I'm just having a moment with you right now. I'm like, all right, keep talking. Okay. I understand. But listen, like your realness right now is touching a lot of people. People that are, again, watching, listening, because again, you hit some very heavy but real topics. And especially right now, especially after the pandemic and people losing their jobs, losing people, it is not uncommon that people have had dark thoughts of depression, fear, suicidal thoughts. And I'm not a doctor, you know, this is not a professional medical podcast. However, we're talking about feelings, emotions, real life situations with real people. But we have to normalize getting help. We need to normalize talking about what's going on, because the last thing we want is for people to feel left out, feel abandoned, and feel like nobody cares about them, right? And so just to add with everything you've shared, you know, it makes sense why you and I are so present, right? It makes sense why you and I show up the way we do, right? So, I told my husband when I started this podcast, like, it's gonna fucking break me. But like I promised you, Rayne, everybody on this podcast, they're gonna experience some sort of breakthrough healing. Because I will be the first to admit as well, I've been quite broken. And we're both very good at showing our face and showing people what they want to see. But shit, I'm not gonna lie to you and say, well, I wish I got hit by a car recently, you know, or I wish I jumped off a bridge. And thank God for therapy and my culture. You don't ask for help. You don't talk about your feelings. And I used to joke to my husband, and this is not funny, but I was like, I might just die or disappear. So just tell my family thanks for everything. And I had a moment and I'm like, that's not okay. Like, that's not funny, right? Because sometimes we don't realize how low we really are till we say it out loud. Like, are you kidding to even joke about it? Like, that's not funny. You need to get some help. So I really honor that you know, even though you're like, yep, I went in middle school and people are like, where are you going? Going to band camp? But you're like, no, I was just getting help, right? Like, thank you for sharing that, because so many people were going through it. And whether it's self-harm, physical harm, mental harm, like, I overwork to death. That's just a big of sin and danger than anything else, right? Like, we all cope with life in negative ways without realizing it until we stop. So, you know, just to see you shine and to see you killing it, even though you experience these things, that says so much about you.